Shy773. Thank you so much for checking out my video. Those checking out my video for the first time, I just want to say welcome in. Thank you so much for viewing the video. If you could like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, I would truly appreciate it. For those that have been subscribed the whole time and all of my new subscribers, I just want to say thank you so much for your subscriptions, for your likes, for your comments. They truly do go a long way. Today's video is going to be a video talking about two different houses, but I have multiple fragrances from those two houses. The first house that I want to talk about is a clone house. I know a lot of people aren't necessarily into clone houses, but honestly, I think clone houses kind of fill a void that a lot of other fragrance houses don't have. So let's say that you are looking for an old fragrance that you haven't been able to find before, or let's say that you have a fragrance that you truly love, something like Louis Vuitton's Afternoon Swim, or a fragrance that doesn't necessarily have it doesn't have the projection or that pushing power that you're really looking for. That's where a clone house can come in and they can ramp up the longevity if that's what you're looking for, or ramp up different notes. They can basically play with different notes that a fragrance already has, and then they provide that at a cheaper cost to you to be able to, whether you want to wear it for the first time, or whether you have the original fragrance and you just want something that projects a little bit better. It's totally up to you, but I don't personally have a problem with clone houses, and for me, I enjoy actually having both of the fragrances to see kind of the similarities between the two. But the fragrance house that I want to talk about is Dapper Fragrances. I received a couple of samples from a friend of mine. Shout out to my man Cordell. He is, I call him the fragrance plug, but he always plugs me with a lot of different, not only fragrances, but people within the fragrance community, and we've been linking up together, I'd say probably for the last couple of years. But what an incredible person he is. He's also a man of faith too, so if you are into talking to different people, which is what I like to do, that's what I did. I met up with him, and from that point on, we've been friends. But he decided to send me a few samples from Dapper Fragrances, and I have some of them here. And a couple in particular really caught my eye. So this one is actually one that I purchased, but I also received some of the 5 ml decants as well. But I want to talk about really the ones that I purchased, because those really stuck out to me so well. The ones that I ended up purchasing from them were two from Henry Jacques. If you're not familiar with Henry Jacques is a fragrance line of fragrances that cost somewhere, I would say their lowest cost fragrance is somewhere around the $700 to $800 mark. And I also was able to smell samples from Henry Jacques, thanks again to Cordell, who sent me his samples that he received from them. And there were two fragrances that I really enjoyed from that fragrance line. One in particular was Blue Vanille, and I ended up picking up a 30 ml sample of that one. And then also the other one was called Cuba. So let me talk about what these two smell like. First off, let's look at the presentation for this. As you see, it comes in a decanter, has a really nice gold bottle, and let me go ahead and spray it. Has a really nice sprayer. And Henry Jacques Cuba is this beautiful, almost, it seems like a blue minty fougere fragrance. This is so barbershoppy rich. It's very, very nice on the skin to me. It also, this one projects so well. I'm very surprised at the projection and longevity of this. So I know that Cuba, which is one that Cordell purchased, he says lasts all day long. He says somewhere around like the 24-hour-ish mark, which I think is absolutely amazing. For me, I get 10 hours with this fragrance, and we're talking like 10 good, strong hours where I can still smell it. I'm sure that it lasts a little bit longer than that, but I kind of stopped counting after I got to about 10, and I was like, this is amazing. So I was really happy about this fragrance. So if you're looking for a beautiful new fougere type of fragrance, I think this one would be an amazing one to try out. The cool thing also, let me throw this out about Dapper, is as you see, you get the 2 ml decants, but you can also, like I said before, get the 5 ml, you can get a 10 ml, and they're really, they are priced so great. I believe for 60 ml, it's $65, and there is a promotion going on right now with Dapper Fragrances. So if you use Love 15 for the whole month of February, you can get 15% off. So I did not make that code up. I'm just trying to help you all out if you do decide to check any of Dapper Fragrances out. But absolutely amazing house. The next one that I picked up was Blue Vanille. So Blue Vanille was also a really nice fragrance, but it kind of set a little bit lighter on my skin. And actually on the card that I tested, so Henry Jacques will not give you the actual liquid itself. What they do is they spray the cards and then they seal them up and they send them to you. But this is the same smell that I got on the card. This is a beautiful and very sensual, kind of sweet vanillic fragrance. Not like the normal vanilla, but almost like if you had a vanilla bean and you were using that as a cooking, for cooking. That's what I kind of get from this fragrance. It also has a little bit of a slight kind of aquatic vibe to it a bit, but overall a very, very sexy and sensual fragrance. Spraying it on skin, I know it's set kind of close, and when I first got the fragrances, which this is what I like to do sometimes, I don't like to spray my fragrances right away when I receive them in the mail, because I feel that they need to warm up to my environment. So when my fragrances are kind of coagulating or doing whatever they need to do, once it hits like the room temperature that's in my house, that's when I like to spray it, and then I get like the full effect of the fragrance in my environment. But overall, a very, very sexy and beautiful fragrance. The other two fragrances that I got, I was floored by how great they smelled. So I got I got one of their Bottessier Victorious Valiants, which this one smells really good. And surprisingly enough, I believe that there's a strong ylang ylang vibe in Valiant, and I have smelled Valiant in the past, and this one is very, very close to that fragrance. I would say that the fragrances coming from Dapper are somewhere in the 90th percentile of the way that the normal fragrance smells. So very, very good job on this fragrance. This one actually lasted me 12 hours on skin. I was floored. So again, my buddy Cardell actually sent me a sample of that as well, sprayed it on me, and I was like, wow. Very, very close. And the last fragrance is a fragrance they just put out, which is called Roja H Black Tear. And this is one of my favorite fragrances within the whole line. So when I spray this, I get this fruity, leathery, it almost reminds me of a Spirit of Dubai fragrance. It almost smells like a mixture of Maidan and I want to say Maidan and probably Turath is what I get from this fragrance. This is by far one of my favorite fragrances from the ones that I purchased, but this definitely won't be the last time that I purchase something from Dapper Fragrance. I got an opportunity to talk to the owner. His name is Travis. Super nice guy. Probably one of the nicest people that I've met in the fragrance community, and we had such a long conversation. Even we're doing like group chats back and forth, but definitely will not be my last time purchasing from Dapper Fragrances. So again, that was Dapper Fragrances, and if you're interested, I will also leave the information down in the description below. So going on to the next fragrance house that I want to talk about, I want to talk about the Spirit of Dubai. I was lucky enough to get a gift from the Bay, so shout out wifey. I really do appreciate you for picking these up for me. I was actually gonna buy them outright, and she ended up surprising me. So she is the truth. And let me go ahead and talk about the two fragrances that I have. So the first fragrance is going to be Rimal. So look at the packaging of this. I just couldn't believe it. I was floored when I got this. Shout out to her, but when you open it up, you get the beautiful bottle, so it sits in its own case. And when you open it up, the fragrance comes in a bottle and looks like this. First and foremost, Rimal is one of my favorites from the brand, and I have to be honest, between this one and the next one that I talk about, these two are my favorites. And I'm gonna go ahead and give this a spray on my wrist. This is probably one of the most beautiful fragrances that I have smelled, that I have in my collection, period. Let me give you the notes for this beautiful fragrance. So you're getting a top note of saffron, nutmeg, cinnamon, fruits, vanilla, white flowers, and bergamot. In the mid, you're getting patchouli, ylang-ylang, styrax. There are also some sweet notes. It says incense and rose. Then in the base notes, you're getting sandalwood, vetiver, oud, leather, caramel, amber, labdanum, and musk. But what I'm smelling is this beautiful fruity fragrance that has this underlying, just like this underlying sexiness of the rose. Then I get the leather. That styrax kind of gives it this euphoric feeling. The ylang-ylang, man, it's so difficult to kind of tell you how this smells, other than beautiful, not overly sweet, but it is sweet, very sexy, very sensual. This is a powerful fragrance. If you spray this, I would be very, very easy on the sprays. I would probably do something between like 3 sprays max. I feel that my scent bubble is very large for this, so you're definitely getting like 2 to 3 feet. The sillage is ridiculous on this. I've gotten so many compliments in the winter time. Now I like to spray the back part of my coat sometimes, so I'll spray the back part of my coat, and you'll get kind of that sillage that you're looking for. Definitely spray the back part of my neck as well, but this fragrance is so beautiful. Again, this is Rimal from the Spirit of Dubai. The last fragrance that I want to talk about is the other fragrance. This one is Turath. I am so happy to have this one in my collection because this one is my new blue beast. Shout out to Rome from He Smells Like Rome. He kept talking about this. He picked it up himself. I know that you all have probably also seen different reviews or reviewers with this fragrance, but you are talking such a beautiful fragrance. So this one again has that case, opens up the same way, and the artwork in this is so gorgeous. I absolutely love these bottles, but more importantly, I love the juice itself. So let me talk about what this one smells like. And I'm going to spray this one on my hand. Sexy in a bottle is what you're getting. So first off, I'm getting this beautiful blast of incense. There is a lot of fruit here. I'm smelling peach, I'm smelling pineapple. Let me give you the notes as well so you know what's in this, but top notes include Damascus rose, apple, dried fruits, strawberry, coffee, pineapple, cardamom, cumin, peach, spicy notes, coconut, black currant, candied fruits, cinnamon, pepper, pink pepper, bergamot, and sweet orange. That's just the top notes. That's crazy. Mid notes include rose as well, argarwood, oud, sandalwood, cedar, amyris, saffron, jasmine, coriander, lily of the valley, iris, violet, cypriol oil. Then in the base you're getting smoke, vanilla, white musk, incense, ambergris, leather, labdanum, gaiac wood, sandalwood, amber, peru balsam, civet, patchouli, tolu balsam, vetiver, moss, and oak moss. Wow, that is a crazy note breakdown for the way that this fragrance smells. It is so well done that you can pick out some things, but everything else blends so beautifully well. It is a gorgeous fragrance that if I had to do this all over again, if she didn't buy this for me, I would have bought this for myself. I think this fragrance is definitely worth the price point. Shout out to Donnatella Perfumes. That's where she purchased it from, and they sent this very, very quickly. I believe this fragrance was also decently priced well. Normally goes for like, I think $275, and they had it on sale for like $200 at the time. So I will leave all of that information down in the description below. But if you haven't gotten an opportunity to pick up any of these Spirit of Dubai fragrances, I think you should definitely test them out before buying them. But these two are by far my favorites right now. But I know it flip-flops constantly as I continuously wear them. But again, thank you so much for checking out my video. I really do appreciate it. My next video is going to be a haul video, and I have so many things to share. But thank you again. Have a blessed day and take care.